For a Denison Fire Rescue physical fitness assessment, you will be required to wear a t-shirt, athletic shorts, and athletic shoes. We will provide a vest with 45 pounds of weight, gloves, and helmets. This will be required for your personal protective equipment for the physical fitness assessment. Denison Fire Rescue physical preparedness assessment will start off with a 100-foot ladder climb. This will not be a timed event. The ladder will be at a 70-degree angle. As you are climbing the ladder, you must have 3 points of contact throughout the entire climb. You will be belayed by members of the ladder crew. Once you get to the top, you will be given an order to come back down the ladder. Once you get down, you'll be given a 2-minute rest before you begin your 500-meter row. After you've concluded the ladder climb for the Denison Fire Rescue physical preparedness assessment, it will then be a 500-meter row. You will have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to complete 500 meters. It will be set at a damper 8 resistance for the 500 meters. It will then count down from 500 meters and give you an exact time of what you received. Once the proctor gives you the start command, you can then begin the 500-meter row. So after you've completed your 500-meter row, your time will be recorded. Once you have finished, a 3-minute timer will be placed, and you will have a 3-minute rest between your 500-meter row finish time and the start of the circuit. During that time, you can get up, walk around, get a drink of water. During the last minute of your rest, you want to start putting on your PPE. That is going to include your vest, gloves, and helmet, of which will be issued to you by the fire department. At the end of your 3-minute rest, we will start the time for the circuit portion of the physical preparedness assessment. At the end of your 3-minute break after the 500-meter row, you will start the circuit portion of the physical preparedness assessment. You will have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to complete this entire portion. It will start with a tool carry with a pair of spreaders. When you carry the spreaders, at the time it says go, you're not allowed to touch the tool before the time starts. Once the proctor says go, you can then pick up the tool. It must be carried above the waist. You're then going to walk down around a cone and back for a total of 150 feet. This portion you must walk. You will then place the tool down gently. Again, if you drop a tool, you'll be given 1 warning. If you drop it twice, it will be considered a fail and your test will be over. You will then move on to the high-rise pack carry over your shoulder. You will pick the pack up, throw it over your shoulder, same thing, down around the cone and back. You will then place the hose pack down gently and move on to the next evolution. This is the hose drag portion of Denison Fire Rescue Physical Preparedness Assessments. For this evolution, you're going to pick the hose up, throw it over your shoulder. This is one of the 2 evolutions that you can run on. You're going to drag a 100-foot section of 1 3/4 down past the cone. Once you get down there, you're going to set the nozzle down gently and move on to the next evolution. If you drop the hose, you will be given a warning. If you drop it twice, that will be considered a fail and your test will be over. So after the 1 3/4 hose drag, you will then have a 5-inch LVH pull and drag. This will consist of throwing the hose over your shoulder and running to the opposite end of the bay. This is the second evolution you are allowed to run in. Once you get inside this square, you must stay in the square. You are then going to pull the opposite coupling of the 5-inch LVH hose to you. You can use any method of pulling it of what you choose. So you can do hand over hand, or you can do big pulls. If you step outside of the square at any time, you will be given 1 warning. If you step out twice, it will be considered a fail and your test will be over. So after LVH hose drag, you will then move on to the dummy drag. This is a 200-pound dummy. You will drag him down around a cone and back for a total of 125 feet. You may drag him however you choose. You can either use the DRD or pick him up over your shoulders, or you can throw him over your shoulder if you're capable of doing that. Do not touch the cone as you are going around. Once the dummy's feet cross the threshold of the cones, your test is complete.